Hey, how's it going? So today, what the... God dang it. If you deal with that frustration, then today's going to probably be a good day for you because I'm going to show you how to fix a sagging door, and also it is going to be a lot easier than you think and a lot less expensive than you think. For well under 20 bucks, you'll be able to finally get rid of this annoyance. So your first step is seeing where the problem is, and in this video what we're hoping for is this pin right here to be loose. And as we can see when we move the door, right here you can see the pin is floating in that hole, and that's because there's a worn bushing in that hole, and fixing this is just a matter of replacing the pin in the bushing. You also want to check if your model has bolts around here or if there's a broken weld or something. If that's your case, then you'll have to fix accordingly. But in the majority of cases, especially on these Blazers and S10s, this is a GMC Jimmy, it seems like that was standard equipment that came with the car to have these badly designed bushings like this. So in this case, we're going to be able to fix this door pretty easily. And it's best to have somebody help you hold the door, but it also works fine if you take a jack, and I've got a piece of wood here to help protect the door a little bit so that you can support the door and take the weight off of the hinges. All right, and on the top hinge, you can easily see the retaining lock washer here, and we'll need to remove that washer. A couple ways to do that. You can try using pliers. I'm probably just going to go ahead and zap it with a cutoff wheel on a Dremel tool. And just to show, I do have safety glasses on when I was using the Dremel. All right, next step. I like to just lube the pin up a little bit to make it easier to hammer through. And we're just going to hammer that pin right through. And bring it out through the bottom, like that. Then just punch the bushings out of the hole. I'm going to use a punch here. And you can already see the bushings right here. It's already so worn it's almost walked out by itself. All right, and you may have to maneuver the door slightly to get clearance to pull out your old bushing. So there it is. You can see that this problem is long past due for fixing, and as a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and examine the holes to make sure that they are still round and not ovaled out, and they luckily do seem to still be round. If that wasn't the case, then I'd have to drill them round and get a bigger bushing to fit in there to do the repair. And very simply, this is all you need to do the repair. You find it at any auto parts store in the help aisle, and this is a what is this, a 2002 GMC Jimmy, I think, and the part number for this particular model 38419. And you will also be able to get, for your particular model, pretty easily, just go up to the front counter and just tell them what model of truck you have or car, and they will match up the proper one of these for your car. There's dozens of different sizes and shapes of these things, so you will want to go up and make sure that you have your year and type of car, maybe the VIN number, and they will match you up with this kit. And it just comes with a couple of new bushings and a new pin. All right, so I got my new bushing here, and I'm just going to grease it up just a little bit to make it easier to insert, and also grease up the hole just a little bit. And there are a couple of methods for installing these. One of them is to tap it in with a hammer. Another method is to pry them in using some vice grips or something like that, which seems to work pretty well. One of the things that you want to be very careful of, though, is you don't want to mar the surface of this bushing. It's fairly soft, actually, and that would make it impossible for the pin to fit back through. So what I'm actually going to do is, because I'm so clever, I'm going to make a little press tool. So I'm going to take a bolt here and put a couple of washers on that are just a little bit bigger than the bushing, pass the bolt up through there, and then a couple of other washers on the other side, like that, and then of course a nut. And then by tightening the nut, I'm going to be able to press this bearing into place without marring it up. So that's the plan. Okay. So let's get the little bolt through the bushing there. 2 more washers on top. And the nut. And now when we tighten this down, that should press it into place. Right, and that bushing is pressed in, and now there's one more on the bottom. So the top bushing up here is complete, and then its partner underneath right here is the next one to be replaced. And again, you want to make sure you're paying attention to the orientation. The bushings go up from the bottom as opposed to from the top. That may be different on the second hinge on the bottom of the door, but on this one I'm going to have to slip this bushing in here and repeat the process again. This can be done by getting the door off the jack and slightly moving it out of the way so that I can position this bushing. And using the new pin that comes with the kit, I'm going to grease it up a little bit. And again, remembering the orientation, it went in from the bottom. So I'm going to feed it in from the bottom. And admittedly, this may take a little coaxing with a hammer. There it goes, like that. And final step, the kit comes with a new retaining clip that you'll just need to pry on with some pliers. And there we go. And now you just need to repeat the procedure on the lower hinge, same exact way, and you will be complete with this repair. There we go. And the best part about this repair is that it takes just about half an hour at the most. It took me a little longer because of the filming. Actually, it took me longer to do the filming than it did to do the repair, actually. And the little kit here that you need, each bolt and pair of bushings, $6.99 at Pep Boys. So if you need 2 of them, you're talking less than $15 and you're back in action. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful.